Hi, this is Greg Nicoll of the Canadian Yachting magazine. We're here at the 2012 Toronto International Boat Show, and I have the privilege right now of meeting and talking with Mr. Wayne Burdick, the president of Beneteau America. Perfect. I've had the pleasure of going down to Marion, South Carolina, and visiting the Beneteau plant there. It was a great shop, and I'd like you to talk a bit more about the plant and having Beneteau's built in America.
Well, that the plant was opened in 1986 and that it's gone through several regenerations, and that most recently we have put in place what we call single line, continuous flow, lean manufacturing production. And basically it is one line where we can build anything from a 31-footer to a 50-footer. And people say, how long does it take to build a boat? Well, the way that we've got it set up, we are more efficient than anybody else in the world. And literally in 25 working days, we can build a 50-footer. And we've got 160-some dedicated South Carolinians that are building floating dreams every day of the week.
Fantastic, great to hear. I've noticed some of the pricing on some of the boats is very reasonable, very competitive. Is that a result of the manufacturing process?
Well, it's a combination of two things. Number one, of course, is the buying power of Group Beneteau, that we, of course, are part of the French giant, and that we are the largest in the world in sailing, and many people don't know this. We're actually one of the top, if not the top producer of production powerboats in the world, too. And that we have the ability through our buying power to buy better than anybody else. And the whole idea between the lean manufacturing and the best buying power is to bring incredible value to the customer. And that's why you see the prices on what are really spectacular yachts.
Fantastic. Tell me about what people are looking for in boats now. My tendency where I sail is a lot of the boats are getting bigger and bigger. Is this a tendency across the board?
Well, I think that part of it, of course, is that people want more comfort, more space, more amenities. And that we have, for instance, over the years graduated from, when I first joined Beneteau in 1997, our average size of boat was about 34 feet. Today we're above 40 feet for the average size boat that we are producing. And a lot of that has to do with looking for the comfort, but also finding ways to make yachting easier, sailing easier for the customer. It's why we were the first in the world to introduce joystick docking on a sailboat in our dock and go systems that we now put on our 50-footers, and it will soon be arriving to the 41-footer and the 45-footer. And it's basically something that is so simple that, you know, that biggest fear that everybody has of getting a boat in and out of the dock, well, we've done away with that a child can dock a 50-footer today.
Wow, I can't wait to try one of these. Now, I was noticing some of the people at boat shows and looking at their age and the factor. Do you find the age up or down with people who are buying the boats? And is that a reason for making the boats simpler and easier to use?
It's on both ends of the spectrum, and I have a special story. I went down to Florida to greet one of the owners of our new Sense 50, which is this new generation of design, and the boat has the dock and go, joystick docking.
Sense 50 is a sensational boat where there's two of them at my yacht club, and it's really exciting to watch.
Well, there you go. So I didn't know who this gentleman was, and I had called him from my car and said, well, I'm on the dock. He said, well, I'm coming down the dock. I'll greet you. And I'm looking for him. Where are you? Where are you? You know, and this young kid's coming down, you know, and he's walking towards me. I'm still looking for the owner, expecting him to be 45, 50 years old. This fellow is about in his early 30s, and he is a windsurfer and a kiteboarder. He's never owned a boat before, but he bought a Sense 50. Why? Because he knew it was so easy to maneuver with the dock and go, the joystick docking, and he knew that with the electric winches and the furling mast and everything else that we put on the boats today, anybody, whether you're 90 or whether you're 18, can handle one of these 50-footers. It's incredible. We've broadened that spectrum. We've broadened the horizon for everybody.
Perfect. What is going to happen in the future? Where is the evolution of our sailing going?
Oh boy!
If I put the crystal ball out to the two of us,
exactly.
Tell everybody out here.
If I tell you, you promise you won't tell anybody else, right?
Our secret.
Well, that continuous drive for more comfort.
Okay.
And what we're finding is that people want lighter, brighter, bigger spaces. Mm-hmm. And so even in the generation, this new 41 and 45 that you see, it's the next level. You get down below, and I grew up in a traditional wooden sailing vessel, you know, where it was very cramped and very dark, and it was a pretty big boat, but it didn't feel anywhere near as open and as bright as even our smaller boats today. And so I think that you're going to see that people are looking for more of that all the time, and they truly want to have, in whether it's a sailboat or a powerboat, you get the couple that comes from their very wonderful condominium or a nice home here in the Toronto area. They expect the same things on board the boat. They want to have a shower that they can get into and take a shower like they do at home. They want to have corian or marble on the galley counter. They want to have the ability to not have to make coffee in that old silly coffee pot that everybody has to have on a boat. They want to have a built-in, and that's the next generation, and those things are coming pretty quickly.
This is fantastic. Wayne, thank you so much for spending this time with us.
And thank you, and make sure that everybody is a subscriber to Canadian Yachting.
I like this, man.